most of the time I know how I'm feeling, but then there's some other times where I have to ask myself the question, because it seems like I'm not feeling anything where I think we're supposed to be feeling something all the time. I don't ask that question. I don't ask myself the question all the time. But this morning I had to, because I felt like during the meditation I was drifting away to another land and coming back. And normally when I do that, I feel very much at peace, very calm, pretty happy after I do that. This morning it's not exactly the case. So because I wasn't sure of what I was feeling, I had to ask myself the question, and I realized that often when I'm going through something more difficult emotionally, I will block how I feel. So I'm not really aware of what's going on in my body. I'm just like a bit in the robot mode. Instead of letting the emotions or whatever feeling I have inside of me flowing, I'm just gonna, it's still flowing, but I'm not gonna realize what's going on in my body. It's like it's as if I disconnect my head and my heart, and it's not a good thing to do, obviously. I should just let things happen and feel however I need to feel at the moment. So clearly that's a good thing. I realized that this morning. It's not the first time I realize it, but the first time I realize it so deeply, on a more profound way, like on a more profound level, I should say. Yeah. And I think a lot of it is related to the physical location where I work. So it's in a part of Montreal called Côte-des-Neiges, and it's not the nice part of Côte-des-Neiges. It's a part where it's a lot of new migrants, a lot of people that have a tough life, and they don't have much. They're not very wealthy, and I'm not sure that all of them eat every day, and I'm not sure that with the winter, a lot of them, I see them on the bus because I don't own a car, so I take the public commute to get to work, and a lot of them are not dressed properly for winter, so you can see that it's a tough life down there. And as much as you know they're there, you know that some people don't have it easy, especially when you arrive to a new country and it's winter. It's another thing to be sitting with them every day. I think it's really sad, especially to see the children. And there's also like kind of a huge or deep frustration, sadness, anger when I'm around there. And even without sitting on the bus, you can feel it just getting out the metro station. I can be there waiting for a few minutes, and you will have car braking really fast because someone was not paying attention, and then people honking, and then people yelling and screaming, and it's a very disharmonious morning when I'm waiting for the bus there. Most mornings, and I think and I had never had to go through that before. Everywhere I work, either I had my own car, so I was in traffic, but I was kind of in my bubble listening to my music, or in my mind thinking of whatever. Or since I haven't had a car, I've always worked in industrial parks, so even though I was with people like workers, it was different. Now it's not necessarily a working environment. It's mothers going to the hospital with their sick children, taking the bus to get there. It's going to be people trying to get to work. It's going to be people trying to find work. It's very different, and I find it very heavy because it shouldn't be that way. I know that in life we all make our own choices. We can be a victim of our life, or we can empower ourselves through it and make something better. I know that before coming to Earth, we decide of certain life paths and certain things that we want to live. So I'm trying as much to remember that, so I can feel what's going on but detach from it. But somehow 1.5 weeks after going there every day, I realized that it's weighing on me a bit more than I thought it was. So I will try to do a better work at detaching from harsh human situation, not because I want to numb myself and ignore them, but as a way to reconnect to myself, because right now I feel like my energy is going to the wrong place, and if I reach their level of energy, I'm not of any use to help them by being myself, and I need to change that. I need to flip that around. So that's like a whole new life lesson I'm stepping into by traveling to work every morning and back home every night. It's nothing I expected. I didn't think I would be affected as much by it, but clearly I am. And on a funnier note, with where I work, it's unrelated, because the location where I used to work, where I work, used to be a warehouse, but it's surrounded by a fence and barbed wire. So it seems like we have to be protected, as if like the whole neighborhood was dangerous, but it's not. Like, I mean, it's poor, but it's not dangerous. So it's like, it's all that energy I have to deal with every day. I really don't know what to think of it. Clearly I don't want to feel it, but I'm gonna have to find a way to cope with it for a few months and see how I can grow from it and how I can learn from it. Was my morning?